Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another CGJV event.
Good evening to everyone and welcome again to another CGJV event called Open Poetry Writing Contest Line 2. Guys, thank you again for participating to all our poet friends. And before we start the competition proper, I would just like to have a look back with our head judge, Miss Con, who delivered a very educational message for OPWC Part 1. And please bear with me. May I just play her audio while we are all listening, and I would just like to study them and digest her words with you. So here we go.
How to you this speech that I have written? My dear boyfriends and lovers of poetry. Poetry is the one true universal language, not love, so I say. Poetry encompasses all emotions. It breaks divisions and transcends through the limitless space and perpetuity of this cycle of a life. Our prime mover is the master of art and creation. We are quietly expected to turn this gift of the world via the beautiful words that when put together we call poetry.
Let me cut the audio for a while. I just love the words that she used there. Our prime mover, God Almighty, is quietly expecting us to turn the gifts we receive from Him, to turn it into something more beautiful or something that has our own personal touch, because our personalities and our being came from our prime mover. So it's such a wonderful, I don't know what to call it, is it extreme generosity from our Almighty to give us everything we could ever possibly have, and then turn it into something more beautiful, artistically. I don't know, words are not enough to discuss the gift that we have received from Him. So in short, Miss Con is just saying that God is expecting us, or quietly expecting us, to do something or to exercise the gifts that we have in every one of us. So let us continue.
If a poet can stir another soul's imagination, then that's what I call genuine artistry.
Another one. If a poet can stir another soul's imagination, then that's what she calls it, genuine artistry. I very much agree with that, because there are artists who can really awaken the slumber in our hearts and minds. So it's just the way how an artist exercises her or his ability to convey message and to bring you into an adventure that he or she is traveling to. So let's continue with our speech.
Poets, whether published or not, takes this road to a whole new other level. Songs, dances, movies, paintings, and more are all poetry in motion, just to name a few. While there's photography and written poems, novels, and even the mediocre Playboy magazines are poetry too. We coexist with poetry. It helps us to be more beautiful beings in a certain lifetime. And I take much joy in knowing that I have worked and witnessed the wonder of our poet participants in this contest. I don't want to call it contest even. I want to say participation, collaboration, and heartfelt expression. There's always a voice in our heads that dances with the drumming of our hearts that pushes.
Excuse me again. So we just heard that she said there is always a voice in our heads that dances together with the drumming of our hearts. So what a beautiful actualization that she just helped us. Actually, with this speech, she has just steered something out of our own individual beings. So, she mentioned about the Playboy magazine, So she laughed a bit, but she is dead serious about that. Well, after all, man and woman's physical structure is a mere genuine or mere masterpiece from our Creator that is almost, or sorry for the wrong word, that is a complete poetry, I should say. So there are some words that she mentioned that even me I cannot fathom, and I'm having a hard time trying to know it, trying to digest it. So if you have anything in mind, if you also want to comment on this, kindly just write it down in the comment section here in our YouTube channel, and let us know what are your thoughts, and together we can discuss this through our latest technology. So here we go. We continue with your speech.
Has to express, not oppress, through words, through poetry. As we continue living awesome lives, let's share selflessly whatever talents or gifts we may have. Share poetry, sharing love that is always cathartic, as it arouses emotions, and always prophetic, as it is always reflective of our real lives.
Alright, another one. Sharing poetry is cathartic, and it is also mimetic. So it's very true, it is always the expressions that we have in ourselves to let it go, write it down, to say it through spoken poetry or what, through dancing, through architecture, through sculpture, through almost every human expression. And it is mimetic, it has always and will always be, because it will always be a reflection of ourselves towards the world. We express, we don't impress. So here's a point that I would just like to share with you, or to remind you if ever you know it already. An artist, a very good artist, will always try to express what he feels. I'm just using the pronoun he, but it could be she. So every time an artist explores or displays his artistry, it is pure honesty that the person or that artist is saying something to us. That's why I really admire those artists, those true artists who can continue with their crafts with or without any audience. It's just so sad to know that no one has been noticing him or her. But the beauty comes when an artist honestly expresses himself or herself. And you can see with those, should I say, fake artists or trying to be artists, or because there are, we know it already, you have seen it, you have heard it, you've known some, maybe you know some person, some people who try to do something just to impress, and you can see the work that they do. There's not much of a weight. There's not much of an infinite soul to what they do. Unlike the true artists who can express themselves and are honest with themselves. They just want to sing, they just want to dance, they want to do sculpting, painting, etc. See, you can, without their words, you yourselves, deep within you will know that they are true, and what they are saying and doing is something genuine. So here we go again with our speech. Let's continue.
Poetry rhymes. Yeah? Yeah. Thank you for all your breathtaking poems that warm my heart and the hearts of many. Good evening to all on behalf of CGJV. Thank you.
So that's it, guys. She closed her speech with a greeting of good evening. So thank you very much again for listening and staying with me. So once again, as we are all here gathered somehow, I hope you are there. So through this online competition that we are having and we are about to start now, I welcome you again, guys, to another event that has been the hard work of our small-time production. Thank you very much for all those people who have joined OPWC 1 and are again here at OPWC 2. I owe you a lot, and I know your names, and thank you very, very much. So guys, please stand by, and poems will be posted here at the Facebook fan page of CGJV and also at the CGJV YouTube channel. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, here is OPWC Line 2. Lights and sounds, are you ready?
Yes!
Poets, are you ready?
Yes!
CGJV crew, are you ready?
Yes!
The competition is now officially